Hey everybody, this is Jeremiah Craig and I got another jeans and boots video for you today. I have the signature Levi Strauss Bootcut Jeans, Walmart exclusive, and I'm gonna be trying them out with 8 different kinds of cowboy boots featuring 8 different toe shapes so you can see if these jeans will be right for you. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
I've been recently making it a mission of mine to find out which jeans under $25 work best with cowboy boots. And of course it's going to all depend on your body shape and what you like, but it's always fun to try out some of these different kinds of jeans that are under $25. First, let's break down the details with the rundown. Yes, this is Levi Strauss Signature Bootcut Jeans, a Walmart exclusive. And the material here is a 99% cotton and 1% elastane. Also on Walmart.com, they say that the color can vary, and that probably has to do with the price point of these jeans. The fit is described as easy, whatever that means, but it sits below the waist, still in the mid-rise zone. It's got a regular fit thigh and a boot cut leg opening of around 16 inches. These jeans have a zip closure, and they're made in Lesotho, which is a country that's basically surrounded by South Africa. I had to look it up, I didn't know where that was. And the price of these jeans comes in at $23.98 at Walmart.com. Now it's time to try on these jeans with 8 different kinds of cowboy boots. All right, let's kick things off with a roper boot. This is an Ariat Heritage roper with a roper round toe, a shorter roper heel, and it comes up about 10 inches tall. So this boot has a wide top, and the boot cut of this jean is working well with that wide, short top. You know, this is a little bit shorter of a 34 length, so it might not go as well with some of these other boots. It is going okay with these ropers so far, but I would be really afraid of putting these in the dryer because there's basically no room for shrinking at the length and around the thighs too. Around the waist, it is a little bit looser, especially than some of the Wranglers that I've tried recently. So it's a nice, comfortable fit around the waist. It's just around the thighs, and the length of this jean just makes me a little bit concerned about putting him in the washer and the dryer right off the bat. I would really want to break these in. Let's move on over and try this with a U-toe cowboy boot. All right, this is a little bit more cowboy boot than roper with a U-toe. It's got about 1.5 inches heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. Just a plain and simple cowboy boot here from Hondo. This is model number 7875. And it's working okay here again. This boot cut is working really well, covering up those tops there, and the stretchiness of these jeans are pretty good. You know, they're not too much, but not too little at the same time. So it feels like a nice medium quality denim compared to others that I've tried in the below $25 space. Another brand that you can get from Walmart that sells bootcut jeans is the George Bootcut Jeans, and the denim of this is a little bit thicker than those George Bootcut jeans, which already makes me feel a little bit better about these over those George jeans. Now let's try this with an R-toe cowboy boot. All right, here we have an R-toe, or a medium round toe. This is an ostrich leg boot from Escambia Boot Company. It also has about a 1.5 inch heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. This is a nice fit here. Boot cut jeans like this always work really well with more rounder or more narrow toe shapes. I have a bad feeling about trying these out with more of the square toe styles, but we can only guess what will happen. First, we gotta finish out the round toes with a J-toe. All right, here we have a J-toe, or a narrow round toe cowboy boot. This is a water buffalo calf boot from BNV Boots down in El Paso with about a 1 5/8 inch heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. These boots go with damn near every jean that I've tried them with, and I love wearing them with a jean like this that is very form-fitting around the thighs, but also has a boot cut leg opening that isn't too wide, and it still shows off a lot of the boots which is nice for a pair of boots like this because these boots look so great and they should be shown off. Now, let's go over to a snip toe. Here we have a snip toe cowboy boot. This is the Heritage Flores. It's all hand tooled. You got about 1.5 inch heel there and a 13-inch top. Just look at how beautiful these boots are. Awesome boots from Heritage Boot Company. And again, just like with those last boots, this is a boot that you want to show off. And this jean, even though it is a little bit shorter of a 34 length, it's really showing off these boots really well. And again, these are boots that you want to show off. So I like this combination, just like I like the combination of these jeans with the BNV boots. Now let's take this square toe a little bit wider with a cutter toe. All right, here is a cutter toe example, or narrow square toe. This is a cobra skin boot from Cowtown Boot Company down in Texas. It's got about 1.25 inch heel, and it comes up about 10 inches tall. Just like the ropers that we looked at before, this has a really wide top. So it's tough to get these to work with a lot of different kinds of jeans, but the bootcut leg opening here works really well in covering up that top. It might sort of swing a little bit if you're walking, which always depends on how big your calves are too at the same time. But right now, I really like how this looks, and I was really worried about these jeans going with a wide top boot like this with a narrow square toe, but I kind of like it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now let's try it with a French toe. All right, here's a French toe example. Nice dressy toe shape style. This is a Boulet 8502 Cayman belly boot with a 1.5 inch heel, and it comes up about 12 inches tall. Again here, this is a boot that needs to be shown off, and these bootcut jeans are doing a great job showing off the boots without too much of a boot cut flare. You know, sometimes those boot cuts just get too wide. And while I was skeptical of these jeans when we just started out, I really like how they're pairing with most of these boots. And they might actually be one of my favorites so far, under the $25 mark. I mean, that you can still get, right? There are jeans that have been discontinued, like the Wrangler Texas rooted bootcut jeans. Those were sweet, but those only lasted like 6 months. And now you can't get them anymore. But these Levi signature boot cuts from Walmart, man, I mean, you can't argue with how they look with all these boots for under $25. But there's one more test, and that's the wide square toe with the double stitched welt cowboy boot. All right, here we have the wide square toe with the double stitched welt. This is an Anderson Bean ostrich boot. It also has about 1.25 inch heel, and it comes up about 13 inches tall. I can't really complain too much. I mean, there's jeans that look better with wide square toes, but for $25, this is a decent looking combination here. It's not my favorite for wide square toes, but geez, for $25, if you need a go-to jean to just wear with any of your boots, this one might be a good option. You know, some things that I have against jeans that are under $25 are that there's limited range of motion. This one seems to be doing a good job with that. Also, the quality of the denim, this one is thicker than some other ones under $25. There are ones that are a little bit higher heavyweightness, like the one from Kirkland, the Kirkland jeans. Those definitely have a little bit more heft to them. But, you know, this could be a dress jean, or it could be, you know, a slight work jean. You know, I wouldn't want to do really heavy duty work in this, but if it was between this one and the George bootcut jean, it's this one all day. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.
I wore these jeans for 4 days and they broke in and started sagging a little bit, so I felt comfortable enough to put them in the machine wash and dryer. So here's how they looked afterwards, and they did shrink up quite a bit in length to the point where I think they are too short now. They didn't shrink around the waist very much, but definitely around the thighs and the length. So I'm not the biggest fan of these jeans or any other jeans that I've tried under $25, to be honest. There's always some drawback, right? Whether it's the quality of denim, whether it's the fit or how they look, you know, there's something that they make up for in order to sell jeans at such a cheap price. And I think these started out a little bit shorter than the usual 34 length for me, and then they shrunk up a little bit too much. I would have loved to try a longer size, but this is the longest size that they had, so if I was to do it again, I wouldn't put them in the machine dryer. I would have to recommend that for those of you out there who can get a longer size, to definitely do it, because they start out kind of short anyways. So if you're a inseam 30 length, then maybe try a 32 and then throw them in the dryer, and then they might shrink up to be just perfect. But I want to know your thoughts of this signature Levi Strauss Bootcut jeans down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Well, those signature Levi's, they come up a little short. They left me wanting just a little more. Why don't you check out this video up here about the Wrangler 5-star jeans. Also some cheap ones. Or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I will see you next time. Peace. Have a good one.